One of the things that's happening in Burnaby South is that Jagmeet Singh must win this riding. He's the federal NDP leader. If he doesn't win, and if he doesn't win big, the questions about his leadership are going to continue to foment, and this is a very bad time for the NDP with not that many months away until the October federal election. So he really needs to win big. There have been a lot of problems for him. There is a split between the British Columbia New Democrats and the Alberta New Democrats. There are people in his own party, including former leader Thomas Mulcair, who said things like that he has to win or else he's going to be replaced, and that there is in fact a plan B. So Jagmeet, he must win. This is a must win for him, and if he doesn't win, some people, including some New Democrats, say that this would be a good thing for the party. The tone of this by-election has been just brutal. At some of the all-candidates meetings, there have been people yelling, screaming about terrorists, and there's been a division between immigrants and refugees. And again, the reason that we're having some of this tension is because in Burnaby South, 13-year-old Marissa Shen was murdered a couple of years ago, and the person who is charged with her murder is a Syrian refugee. And so there's a wedge into those issues of immigrants versus refugees. There are questions about ethnicity. This is one of the most diverse ridings in Canada. 70% of the people in that riding are non-white. And what the tenor of this election has been is to play on those divisions. Certainly, he's been screamed at all candidates meetings, and he has said that he's disgusted with the tone of the questions, the tone of some of the things that people are saying, including the candidate from the People's Party of Canada. One thing that people should remember, though, that this is a by-election and it's a local by-election, and the issue for most people who are probably going to be voting today is whether or not they can afford housing. And so the issues on the doorstep, and Jagmeet Singh has been doing a great deal of door knocking, and so have some of the other candidates. But the issue that comes up over and over and over is housing, housing, housing. It's a riding that's changed a lot, so affordable housing is definitely the number one issue. The second issue that's come up in this by-election is the environment. Of course, Burnaby is the terminus of the much disputed Trans Mountain Pipeline. But that isn't necessarily the issue that always comes up apparently at the doorstep. I'm told that people are more concerned about smaller issues. They're concerned that their parks are going to be there. They're concerned about the waterways here. So this is a local by-election. We have tended to talk about it as a federal thing, a national election. We've talked about it in terms that kind of ignore some of those local issues. But I think that those local issues in some ways may be the ones that people vote on. And the one thing that has been coming up just in the last few weeks apparently is the issue of SNC-Lavalin and whether or not the Liberal government was being pulled and was pushing and pulling former Attorney General Jody Wilson-Raybould to approve a mediation as opposed to a court challenge by that giant engineering company. And I think that plays into people's fears about both the Liberals and the Conservatives having close ties to big corporations. And in a riding that's traditionally gone NDP, that may very well be a factor in the results tonight.